Hello everybody, Merry Christmas, Happy Boxing Day, and a Happy New Year. And welcome to what I guess will be my Christmas haul video. Now it was a very different Christmas this year, yet still very much the same. This year I essentially celebrated Christmas 3 times. Christmas Eve, celebrated Christmas with Leslie and her 2 girls. Christmas Day was with my mother, sister, and brother-in-law. And then Boxing Day was with my, essentially my dad's side of the family. Coming over to my mom's place, having our annual Boxing Day there. It moves around depending on, which family is holding it that year. This year was our family, so it was at my mom's place, and so it's convenient for me because she happens to be the closest one to me, so I don't have very far to go. But that being said, it was it was a very good Christmas this year. So I guess I'll start it off. We'll go with the Christmas Eve type gifts, because those were where I got the only movies that I had received for Christmas. And my lovely girlfriend. Now, just a little bit of information. When I do up Christmas lists for people, I give a different list to every single person who's wanting a list, simply, so people don't end up getting the same stuff. And so I put a bunch of stuff on Leslie's list that I figure wouldn't be, too expensive, wouldn't be too hard to find, and stuff she would essentially know. And she would probably maybe want to watch as well if she hadn't seen it already. So, what did I get? Well, I got The Conjuring, Paranormal Activity, Paranormal Activity 2, and Paranormal Activity 3. So I'm missing, Paranormal Activity 4 and the marked ones. Yeah. She also got me a frying pan, which I don't have here. Which I had actually, it's funny, I did put it on my list to her simply because I had mentioned it in the past and figured, if anybody's going to get it for me, I could have asked my mom or my sister or brother-in-law for it, but, whatever. I knew it was something that if I hadn't asked her for it, might have been something she would have got me anyway. So then I would have ended up with 2 frying pans. Not that that's a bad idea, but the girls did get me these, and I don't know anything about these things. They're pods. Now I know a lot about toys. I know a lot about collectibles, and I've seen these, but I don't know anything about them. And these were the Star Wars ones, so I got like 3 clone troopers and a Yoda. So yeah, let me know. I think it's a game. I think it's a collectible. I don't know anything about it. If you know anything about pods, yeah, let me know. How do you play it? What do you have to do? I have no idea. I could look it up, but you know what? I'll simply ask you because you guys know everything out there, right? So who better to ask than, my faithful YouTube viewers. The big gift, well, I wouldn't say the big gift, but the special gift from Leslie and the girls was booze. Steam whistle. So there's a bunch of steam whistle in here, but there's also this nifty and really cool bottle opener, because they aren't twist tops. You have to use bottle opener, and then this magnetic thing for the caps. The tops go in there, and then you can pull it off and dump it out, which is really, really, really cool. And she wrote on it, it was for my future cave. So yes, it doesn't really do me too good in my condo here, but when I eventually purchase a house and get myself a nice man cave, it will definitely go in there. Oh wait, no, I did have I did have the frying pan. See, I needed a non-stick one. My non-stick frying pan went the way of the dodo, so I needed a new one. So this one's well, I haven't used it yet. I have to clean it. I haven't used it yet, but I am really looking forward to using it. And yeah, checking it out. It was brought out. It was French toast. The frying pan I was using. It's a really, really good frying pan, but it's very it's uber good. So if you don't get the temperature just right, it's way too hot or way too cold. So either it takes a long time for it to essentially make your French toast, or your French toast sticks to the pan, even when you put butter down. So if you don't get it just right, and I don't have a gas stove. If I had a gas stove, it wouldn't be too hard. I'd be able to work with it. But electric ranges kind of fluctuate temperature and whatever. But yes, moving on to Christmas Day, with my family, stockings are almost as important and interesting as the regular gifts. And we have easily sometimes have 100, and we wrap everything that goes in the stocking, so we can easily have 100 presents to open when it comes to stocking stuffers. And we a lot of the stuff is your usual. You'll get candy, scratch and win, lottery cards, stuff like that. Get interesting different chocolates. This is chocolate covered blueberries. Let's see what else. Get an air freshener. They start getting a little bit weirder. Stovetop stuffing. What else? Lemonade. Soap. Roasted seasoned seaweed for cooking. Really, some weird stuff. Get some chocolate and such in there. Lint rollers. And sometimes, we got a flashlight. Pudding. All sorts of just toothpaste. But sometimes you get something really, really weird. And my really, really weird thing this year was a giant can of ravioli. Honestly, I had no idea what this was going to be when I because it was wrapped up in a stocking. And I had no idea what it was going to be. And tissues. But yeah, so we go through all our stockings and stuff. And yeah, we get some really weird stuff. It's often stuff, it's the candies and all that kind of stuff you can use. And then there's always, really weird kind of jokey type gifts. So you have a lot of fun with the stockings. They can be really expensive. I know we've spent easily some years $200 on stocking stuffers. So for those of you who don't wrap your stocking stuffers or don't go all out on your stockings and only have small stockings, think about it in the future. It is a lot of fun. You can still get your gifts for your better halves, your kids, whatever, but put a little bit of thought into those stockings. Like I said, a lot of it's food, so great places are grocery stores. Get things on sale, stuff that they really like. Common stuff that you put in stockings that allow you to fill them up. Socks, underwear, toothbrush, toothpaste, deodorant, things people use regularly. Those are great stocking stuffers, and we normally get that kind of stuff. I think I actually wrote maybe I didn't. I didn't need like socks or underwear this year, so I wouldn't. I thought I wrote down no that I didn't want any, but I still ended up getting socks. Anyways, then you get, you know, your regular type gifts. You get your clothes and stuff. I got a couple of shirts and a sweater. Now I remember, you know, like growing up, never wanted clothes, right? As a kid, no, man, give me the toys, man. I just want the toys. Now as an adult, I still want the toys. Don't get me wrong. I still would prefer to get the toys over anything else, but because I generally don't spend much money on myself with regards to clothes, so, you know, if I need something, I will get it. But I tend to live from my, you know, Christmas to Christmas to Christmas. Those are my clothes, right? Like, that's when I get my new clothes. That's when I'll get maybe my new Christmas boots or Christmas shoes or whatever, gift cards to get clothes. That's what it's, you know, I live off of that. So now that I'm older, I actually like getting clothes because it means I don't have to buy clothes, in theory. But, you know, it's also when you start getting your toys. And everybody, from my mom, got one of these electric screwdriver type things. Cordless. These are actually very, very handy. I don't have one. I have like a full drill. I have a hammer drill actually, but I don't have one of these little things, and it's actually going to come in handy because I have to repair my bed. My bed has essentially bit the dust. You know, it's an IKEA bed. I got it when I first moved in here, and over the years, essentially, the screws have pulled out of the, you know, the cheap wood that they use, and yeah, unfortunately, it's going to take a little bit of work. I've got all the metal pieces. I've got to bend them back into proper form. I've got to then, you know, fix all the holes where the screws went into, glue the, you know, I think toothpicks and wood glue is what I'm going to use in there, drill pilot holes, and then, you know, essentially use something like that to screw the nuts, bolts, and stuff back in. I may have to re-staple some of the fabric on the wood planks and stuff. I don't know. It's going to be a lot of work, and I will not have a bed for a few days. Luckily, I have a few days off in between now, and I think I go back on January 5th. The way they sort of sit, I think we got the Friday off after New Year's. So we get an extended long weekend. So hopefully I'll be able to get it all done in that time period. And literally, I'm winging it. I'm really winging it. I don't know what I'm really doing, but I think that will come in handy. Next up, you know, along with the booze, my sister and brother-in-law got me some ales. I think there were 2 were from England, I think. He's English. And then the other one was a banana bread beer. Never heard of banana bread beer. Looking forward to trying that. And the other one was a chocolate stout. And then the third one was the Tom Green beer. I think it's from Bose. I don't know. It started talking about, you know, hints of chocolate and coffee and stuff, and I'm like, eh. You know, the chocolate beers I'm a little iffy on as it is, but when you start throwing in, you know, like coffee, yeah, I'm not a big, you know, like I've seen the coffee stouts and porters and stuff like that, and I've tried them, and they do taste like coffee, and I don't like coffee. So, we'll see. Maybe it's good. But they also picked me up some great little toys. In case you didn't know, I've been into, for a long time, since university, the Warhammer Games Workshop games, essentially. Warhammer 40k is the big one, and Warhammer, and I haven't gotten into the Lord of the Rings or the Hobbit stuff yet. I do want to get it, but, you know, you can only buy so much, and they're damn expensive. So, I tend to ask for, don't always get, but tend to ask for stuff from Games Workshop, and they managed to pick up the Orc Mech Gun. Orcs are my main army, essentially the only army I have right now. But I'm also planning on building a Necron army, so they also got me a nice transport, the Ghost Ark Doomsday Ark. And my mom, oh, God bless her soul, she went all out this year. And admittedly, I think she didn't realize how expensive this was until she had already gone and done all the work. But she got me this beautiful Tesseract vault, which I believe also works. You can put it together as an obelisk. Yeah, here, I'll show you on the back. So that's the obelisk there. That would be the thing. And this is not cheap. This is like a couple $100. So thanks, you know, my mom, I love her. She really spoiled me this year, because that's not all she got me. I've been asking for something for like the last 5 years, and I finally got it this year. And whew, yeah, wow, I am stoked. I have no idea how to use this thing. I really have to do some research before I do, because they aren't cheap. But she got me the Badger TC910 compressor and the Badger airbrush to go with it. The I think it's the, is it Patriot, or yeah, Patriot 105. Both of which I specifically asked for, those particular models. So yeah, looking forward to getting into using this. Of course, this means I'm gonna have to drop a few $100s on paints. I'm guessing I'm probably gonna go the way of maybe Vallejo or something like that. We'll see. Doesn't mean I'm going to get rid of the brush painting. Not going to get rid of it. Some stuff still needs to be brush painted. And because I'm just starting out, most of this is going to be like base coating and large painting and, you know, putting down primer and stuff like that. So, oh, and what I gloss coating and putting down the protective coats, because I do need to do a lot of stuff with that. And honestly, because I live in a condo, the only other way I can do it is with spray cans, and they are messy indoors. Messy. And so I'm so glad to have these, because these are essentially, you know, more precise. I'm going to get a sort of like a vacuum type chamber thing to paint in, you know, painting chamber, some sort, that will vacuum the paint into filters and stuff, so it doesn't just spray everywhere, because there's some overspray. Don't get me wrong, airbrushes, even the experts, you know, paint can go places, and I would prefer not to have that happen. So yeah, cannot complain. I mean, I got money, I got gift cards, yeah, it's an amazing haul this year. Would I have liked more movies? Yes, I'm not gonna lie, but at the same time, what I got, I needed, I asked for, and yeah, I'm gonna use. And it just means, you know, I'll have to get my movie somewhere else. So all of those Black Friday deals I passed up on, yeah, kind of sucks now, because there were a lot of things I asked for which were really cheap on Black Friday, so I couldn't buy them. I know what you're thinking. Well, you could have just bought them and returned them. Yeah, but you know what? Returning with Amazon and all the because it would have been all online, and it could have been, you know, online in the States, really is not worth it once you pay the shipping to come in and then pay the shipping back. You know what? I could buy maybe 4 discs or something like that and say, oh yeah, great, I saved $10 in the long run. But then if somebody got them for me and I have to ship them back, it's like, oh yeah, awesome, I just spent an extra $40. See, not worth it. Shipping, man, like seriously, I still, whatever. I wish shipping was free, period. I wish the post office would just do stuff for free. You want to beat email? You want to beat texting? You want to beat all those things? You give me free service, or like a monthly fee of like $5. I will ship more. I will ship everything. Whatever. I will ship it to myself. Anyways, guys, that's it for my haul video. Hopefully you had a great Christmas if you celebrate it. Hanukkah if you celebrate that. Kwanzaa, Festivus, time alone, vacation time. Hopefully you got something. Hopefully you weren't working the entire time. And I know some of us in the service industry and the retail industry, well, you get hit pretty hard this time of year, but hopefully something made up for it and you had a great time and you got to see some family, friends, or you got to take advantage of some of the great deals that are out there just for yourself. Because even if you don't have any family and you don't have any friends and your job sucks and it makes you work over the holidays and you're feeling lonely, you're feeling depressed, you're feeling like nobody loves you. You know who loves you? Movies. Movies love you. Buy the movies when they're on sale. Watch the movies. I watch the movies. I just watched a movie. The Hobbit movie. Watched it in that 3D high frame rate too. But that's another video for another day. So, until next time, guys, let me know what you got, post it down below. You know the drill. Till next video, take care. Have a good one.